everybody. It's Ellery, Middlebrook here, and I'm with Miguel. Miguel, you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, yeah, this is Miguel Luput. I've been working here with the California Native Garden Foundation for a while, and I've been helping a bit making this garden along with the crew. And we're gonna talk to you a little bit about what's behind us.
Yeah, so this idea came about because of First Five and also Educare, and we're really happy to be working with both of these wonderful institutions here at the Santee Educare Garden. So if you look at the gate, it says ELSEE. ELSEE is the name of a female tule elk. There she is, walking across the stream in a wildflower meadow somewhere in California. So ELSEE stands for the Environmental Lab for Sustainability and Ecological Education. And that's a certified lab. Our flagship ELSEE Teaching Garden is at 76 Ray Street, but a lot of the same components at the ELSEE Garden on Ray Street are in the Santee Educare Garden. So we're happy that we were able to build it, and now we're going to take you on a little tour.
So do you want me to go?
Yeah.
Okay. So while you get in, Ari, can you tell us what's the idea behind this garden?
Well, the garden it's called Nature Immersion Plus Food, and so it's a way to get 0 to 5-year-old children, their families, and their teachers pretty engaged on a real down-to-earth level with nature and with how to grow their own food. So it's a combination of those two things working together.
So I'm actually here standing on some wildflowers, which is not good, but you can see some of them actually started to flower.
Right.
So native plants, we have a jujube tree here, which is a very cool fruit, and it's gonna grow pretty tall and yield lots of fruit. There's many different fruit trees, and then if we keep coming this way, we are just planting. We're just planting the troughs. We're getting finished planting the troughs. There's a lot of the foods that everyone likes, like zucchini, tomatoes, and things like that. And so, Ari, why do we incorporate native plants with commodity crops, and why is that important for?
Okay, so we have to think about how this land that we're standing on was actually used for millions and millions of years, and how the native Ohlone people who lived here right where we're standing for maybe 10,000 years, they actually, you know, were able to raise their families and do everything just with the plants that were here. So we think the native ecosystem or the native plant community is very underutilized, and children who live in cities, they don't really know about nature. And not every child who lives in the city can go find nature. So we're going to bring nature to the children at their schools. So that's what this is about. It's about restoring a grassland, which is what has been growing here for so many years. It is a native grassland. So we wanted to put the grassland back and then show how you can still keep nature alive and you can also grow food in the same place. So that's what this is about.
And before my last question, to put this in a more global context and the issues we're facing, agriculture is arguably one of the main environmental disruptors that, at least of human origin, and this is a way to grow food that can let nature restore itself and let the planet heal and yield lots of food, which we still need. I think that's just to put it in a context that we can all relate to as well. And my last question for you, Ari, is why is this essential? Why are we still doing it?
Well, if we don't do it, I don't think there's going to be much of a place for us, to continue to live on the planet, because we already have 40% of all the land that you could use to grow food is being grown food in a way that's totally unsustainable. And so we kind of have our back against the wall. But by teaching the very young children that there's a different way to live and a different way to just use land, in cities especially, if they get this and they really get excited about it, then that generation could actually turn this whole thing around. And that's what we're hoping by starting with the 0 to 5 years old. 0 to 5 is, that's the mama pregnant. And when she is pregnant, she is learning about how she wants to raise her child. And getting the children connected directly with nature is the best way for that child to grow up to be a healthy adult. All the science supports it. To get them to play in healthy soil and to get soil on their hands and to play and run in soil, to play in mud. All those things are so important, and that's what kids want to do. So this is a place where they're going to be able to do it.
Yep.
Okay, let's see what that